Hello scrappers and planet lovers, Tin Man here with another video. So today what I want to do is show you how to maximize your profit scrapping one of these ovens. I could bring this in as is to the scrapyard and get metal price. It weighs about 100 pounds, so about $3. But there are a lot of goodies inside one of these ovens. There is some really nice silver contacts. There's some really nice copper wire. The heating elements are actually their own price at the scrapyard, so it's beneficial to take those off as well and separate them. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to take it apart right now. It's very easy to do, so here we go. First thing, as I said, these heating elements, there's 4 of them on this particular model. These actually just come out, just rip them out. As well inside, the heating elements, they're just bolted in and connected by wire. So I'm just going to quickly cut one of them out. So all of these heating coils are actually, it's better to separate them because these are its own price, and it's because there is, if I put a magnet to it, they are not magnetic. These ones are, okay, but these ones are not. And it's because there is some cast inside these. So these would be classified as, I think, dirty cast or just heating elements. There is some brass prongs on the end of these. Okay, and I will take these off and I will put them into my coated brass bucket. Okay, so there are a couple of them on here. These ones don't have any in them, but these ones, they are metal, and it's just because there is some metal here. Okay, but if I put a magnet to it, these are not magnetic. Okay, so it's separated. And there is also a heating coil on the top, and it's the same thing. It's just bolted in with screws. So I'm going to quickly take that out. Normally on an oven there would be some racks, but the racks did not come with this oven. They would go into my steel pile. Okay. And these are just connected by hooks. Okay, so there's another heating element inside. So that adds up right there alone. You're almost going to make, from this, there's about 3 or 4 pounds right here. You're almost going to make half of what you would have made on just bringing in the oven whole. Okay. The door will come off. All of the rest of the front here, the inside is metal. Okay, so this would, it's just hinged in. I just got to take out the hinges or the screws. The door will come off in order for me to put this into my car. As well, the top. This panel, I'm actually going to turn this oven around. Okay, the door, drawer. Sometimes it will have trays in there, which goes into my steel as well. There might be aluminum trays, but this one is empty. Okay, but this door is just metal. It's got a couple knobs in there that broke off, but it's going into my metal pile. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly turn this over around. Okay, and the back is just connected with screws all the way around. Okay, so I've already taken the liberty, for the sake of this video and time, most of them off. Okay, but as you can see, there are a number of screws. I've got one left in here. These little panels came off of the sides. They're metal, so they're going in my metal bin. Got my screwdriver, there it is. So I'm just going to take this out quickly. and this is just connected actually. This is metal, the backing. And as you can see already, there's some really nice copper cord. Okay, and the main one I want to look at is actually this big one here first. Okay, it's just bolted in with some screws. Okay, and I'm just going to cut it as close up to the wire as I can. Okay, and this wire is not your regular appliance wire. Regular appliance wire, the thinner stuff, goes for about $1 a pound. This goes for about $1.30 a pound, and it's because there is a lot of nice copper wire in here. There is also some really nice clean brass prongs right here. I actually take a grinder because these are very thick. I will actually cut these off and I will put them into my clean brass bucket. And as well, as you can see, there is some nice clean brass or copper wire here. So I would actually cut this off and put this into my clean copper just to maximize my profit. Some people will take the time to take the wire off of this, but you're going to lose a lot of price because this cord coating is very heavy. So it actually adds to the weight, it adds to the value. And if I actually look inside these three prongs, there is some copper, but there's also a lot more coating on it. So I would actually leave this as is. I am gonna have an upcoming video that shows you how to separate or when to separate or when not to separate. So hopefully you check that out when it's up. But for now, I would leave this into my coated wire, about $1.30 a pound. As I said, it's about 2 and a bit pounds there. So there you go. There is, as you can also see in here, a lot of wire. And I'm just gonna quickly take this out with the screw. This panel here. Okay, I'm going to take the top panel and I just have to feed the wire through. Once I'm all done, a lot of wire to cut. Okay, so this wire is going to run all the way through this back panel, and I just got to take it off. There are a couple bolts on the bottom. I can see them right here, so it will come off. This wire goes all the way through. This is classified as your lower grade wire, and it's because it is a lot of plastic and not as much copper inside. Okay, lower grade wire goes for about 20 cents a pound. Okay, and I mean there's about a pound and a half here, so it adds up. So that's a good thing. The back panel that I'm taking off right now. And there's your back panel, the control panels. They are always connected. If you pop one of these dials off, you can see there are 2 screws holding it in. Okay, I've already taken the liberty of taking one of them out. Okay, and these are just, if I open this panel is metal, so that's going to go in my steel bin. But the nice thing about these control panels is if I break one of these open, okay, you see some really nice clean brass holding it in. Okay, if I open one of these, there are actually some very large silver contacts inside here. So I'm going to break one of them open for you. Put my safety glasses on. I'm just going to take the shell off using a screwdriver. Okay, there's just 2 tacks there. Okay, inside, and I'm just going to actually crack it open with a hammer. And there are going to be each one of these, as you can see there. If I turn that over, these are all on the heating elements. These dots right there, those are silver, okay? And there are 2 of them in this box. As well, there is some brass in here as well, and some copper. If I pull this out, there is another little silver contact on this one. Okay, so there are on this panel, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes that have silver contacts in them. And what I do is I actually cut off the silver. I will just use a pair of pliers. I will cut that off and I will put it into a little jar, and one day hopefully I can hit it with some nitric acid and make a silver bouillon. Okay, so there is, again, the nice thing is as well, I want to separate the prongs here, these nice clean ones that go into the clean brass prongs. The metallic color ones go into my brass coated ones, or sorry, coated brass bucket. Okay, you want to make sure you separate them because they are different price, and if I have them all together, the scrapyards are going to give me the lower priced value, okay, because they don't want to have to sort through it. So you can if you want, but to maximize your profit, you want to separate them, okay? And inside, if I take this off, the whole thing will just open. Okay, it's just bolted in with some screws and connected. There we go. And I'm just going to turn this for the video. Okay. Pieces of steel are coming off. So inside this, you see a bunch of insulation. Insulation is obviously to keep the heat in the oven. This is just garbage. If I was to bring this in, you know, unfortunately, either way, I take this out, it's going to go into the garbage. But, you know, a lot better than throwing it all in the garbage. I picked this actually up on the side of the road. So, the plastic knobs, garbage as well. But other than that, there is some wire on the top that goes to the ranges. There is also, as I said, once I get this off, I just have to take the screws out of it. But very simple. I just unscrew this one. This panel will come off as well, and it'll allow me to get to the rest of the lower grade copper wire, okay, that goes to the back, okay, and it goes all the way to here. This panel will have some brass in it as well. This is your light bulb. There is a little bit of brass coatings on here, but other than that, the rest of this oven is steel, okay. And last thing I do want to show as well, on the control panel, there is a circuit board right here that has a small transformer. Transformers I can put into a separate bin. I like to look if there's copper in them, and judging by this one, I will actually take the time to take it apart and to get the copper out of the transformer. I do have another video showing when to take apart transformers, when not to. And, you know, if you're interested in that, go check that video out. Okay, it is connected just by a couple screws that have a coating on it, so I just got to work those out. There's your owner's manual. This is going to go into the recycle bin. But other than that, I just turned this $3 oven into about $9. I really can't put a price on the silver contacts. Given silver prices, I just put it away, and hopefully one day I'll get a nice big bouillon. But the wire alone, as I said, 20 cents a pound. There is a lot of it. I have the silver contacts. The transformer has copper inside of it. You have the copper that comes out of the little boxes, as well as the brass prongs. You have the really nice electrical cord that has the really thick brass prongs on it as well. I still have the steel, so I'm still going to get, just from the steel, because I really didn't take that much weight off, I'm still going to get about $2.50 for the steel. And I have my heating elements, again, which are going to be their own price as well. I think it's around 30 cents a pound, and there's about 3 of those as well. Okay, so very simple to do, very little waste, just this insulation, you know, and another appliance diverted from the landfill. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a comment, a like, please subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video. Tin Man out.